In 2024, one of their humanoid robots cost $90,000. That's premium sports car money. Same exact company, Unitree. Today, you can get their new model for just $5,900. Most people see that number and think, wow, robots are finally getting cheap. But hold on, they are missing the real story. This is the H1, $90,000. In corporate America, this is a capital asset. If a manager wants to buy this, they need a 50-page business case, 10 board meetings, and a signature from the CFO. This is the G1, $16,000. This is the department budget money. A plant manager can make the call. But this, the R1, just $5,900. In the eyes of corporate finance, this is not even an asset. This is just an expense report. Think about it. A MacBook Pro and a monitor cost almost the exact same. A department manager doesn't need a board meeting. They just swipe a card. Same company, 3 products, 3 completely different customer groups. This isn't just a price cut. It's a deliberate strategy to open new markets. China has run this playbook before with electric vehicles. BYD didn't just discount their premium hum model. They built the Seagull, a car that sells for under $10,000 in China. And millions of people who never even look at an electric vehicle suddenly bought one. The product didn't change. The buyer did. Unitree is doing the same thing, but 3 times faster. From H1 to R1 in just 18 months, while electric vehicles took 5 years to drop this much. Here's why they can move this fast. With the 50 kilometers of China's tech hubs, you can find almost every component that goes into a humanoid robot. Motors, sensors, joints, batteries, controllers. Unitree's core supply chain is over 80% domestic. No long import weights, minimal currency risk, and fewer trade barriers on parts. While Western robotics companies wait for months for foreign parts, Unitree's suppliers are down the street. That's why their cost curve is collapsing faster than anyone thought possible. Let's do some quick math. At $90,000, maybe 500 companies in the whole world can afford a humanoid robot. At $16,000, it opens up to tens of thousands of small factories. But at $5,900, we're talking about millions of potential buyers. And Unitree is not hiding in industrial parks. They are opening retail stores in regular shopping malls, right next to clothing and everyday stores. They even partnered with Jingdong for a China-exclusive customized R1. When you sell robots where people buy smartphones and sneakers, the buyer has changed. But the R1 isn't ready to replace workers tomorrow, and it's definitely not a home servant. The more realistic buyers today are developers, universities, and labs testing embodied AI in the physical world. They don't need a perfect robot yet. They just need a cheap body to train their AI on. That's the market Unitree is opening first. Here's the key number: 18 months, over 93% reduction. If this keeps going, and everything suggests it will, the next version may hit around $3,000, maybe sooner. At that point, people stop treating robots like heavy machinery and start treating them like everyday tools. You don't hold meetings to debate buying a tool, you just buy it. So, the real question isn't whether you should buy a robot, it's what happens when your competitor buys 100 of them and you are still writing your 50-page proposal. If you are thinking about buying one, I've put some latest options and prices in the description below. No sponsor, just for your reference. I'm Scarlett. Follow me, I show you how Chinese tech really works. On the ground in Shenzhen. See you in the next video.